Yes. It's Steel.
But you can't be any geek off the street. Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean.
Keep it real.
Keeping it real.
Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Steven and this is Steel Keeping It Real. So you know what today is.
Now, Dad Rock.
That's right, it is Dad Rock Wednesday, and on this day I like to do adult alternative hits from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and they are normally of a Caucasian persuasion. The song that I decided to do tonight was something that I heard and I was like, you know what? I haven't heard that song in a long time, and it was a good song. And the song that I'm going to do is called Jane Says, and it's by Jane's Addiction. Now, I have done Been Caught Stealing by Jane's Addiction, but this was way back at the beginning of the first year that I got in front of the camera, so I wasn't giving a lot of insight or anything else like that. So one thing I did not know is that Jane's Addiction is actually based upon, or the group's name is based upon their ex-housemate, or Perry Farrell's ex-housemate. Her name was Jane Banter. So Jane Banter had a drug habit, and at first they were going to call it Jane's heroin addiction. But, they're like, nobody's going to go to a band with heroin in the title.
He's got a point.
So they took out the heroin and they got Jane's Addiction. So she became the muse. And this song, Jane Says, is actually about her because of, her addiction and all the things that was going on. Now, this normally, if you go to one of their concerts, it's like the song that they close out their concert with, because it does have this kind of melancholy feeling, and depending on what version you get, you might get the ones with the steel drums, which I think the video that I'm playing, because I think it's an official video, that one has that one. And then there's a live version which actually hit the charts bigger than the recorded version, but I am doing the recorded version because I like to hear everything that they came up with within the studio, production, everything else like that. And for some of you who aren't aware, this is the band that Dave Navarro started off in. Before, now that he's doing tattoos, he started off in Jane's Addiction, or that's where his claim to fame started off at. And it's not a bad place to start. Jane's Addiction, I meant to say, this song comes from 1988. I would have been 19 in 1988, and I think that was the first. I graduated in 87, but I think 88 was the first year that I lived on not on my own, but not at home. And so it's a very trying time. It was around that time that I started listening to alternative music, or a lot of alternative music, because I was hanging out with people who are like 21, 22, 23 years old, because I could drink at 18. So I could go to bars and hang out with them and do certain things.
Lucky bastard.
So I would hear their kind of influence, and it kind of carried over to when I moved to Columbus, Ohio in 89, and then I moved on Ohio State campus later on in 1989, and that's basically college culture to the extreme. And you're hearing Counting Crows, and you're hearing Dave Matthews and everything else like that. So to start going with Jane's Addiction, and they just were that band that were around, that were unassuming. But another thing that people don't know is that Jane's Addiction was the first headliner at the very first Lollapalooza.
I did not know that.
And so it's almost like there wouldn't be one without Jane's Addiction. Yeah, there are other people there. But yeah, Lollapalooza is because of Jane's Addiction, or so what Wikipedia says. So how much you want to take that to heart, I don't know. So let's take a look at what this song did do on the charts, and it only hit one particular chart. It was the adult alternative airplay, and I can't get my mouse to move over. And Balamo. It went to number 6 on the U.S. alternative airplay. Now again, there's another version that went to number 25 on the U.S. alternative airplay, number 28 on the U.S. active rock, and number 37 on the U.S. mainstream rock. So this song is liked, and it's well known, especially to Gen Xers like me. It is a well-known song. It's just sometimes you just don't hear it for, you know, maybe a decade or so, and you're like, oh yeah, there's that song. So this is one of those songs. So if you like videos like this and others on the channel, please don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification button, because I'm trying to do at least 5 videos each and every week. Keyword is on try. So without any further ado, here is Jane Says.
Help! Jane! Stop this crazy thing! Stop! Help!
Oh, my God, George!
Did you not hear me out there?
Dad, are you all
Go to
right?
your room, Elroy.
But what happened?
Go to your room! For 45 minutes, I was out there screaming. I know that because my damn watch is broken.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jane is sorry. I could have been killed.
Jane says, I'm done with Sergio. You treat me like a rag doll. She hides the television. Said I don't know him nothing about it. Or he come back again. Tell him, wait right here for me. Try again tomorrow. I'm gonna kick tomorrow. I'm gonna kick tomorrow. Jane says, have you seen my wig around? Hook 'em naked without it. She knows they all want her to go. But that's okay, man, she don't like them anyway. Jane says I'm going away to Spain when I get my money saved. Gonna start tomorrow. I'm gonna kick tomorrow. I'm gonna kick tomorrow. Well, she get mad and she starts to cry. She take a swing and she can't help. She don't mean no harm. She just don't know what else to do about it. And Jane goes to the store at 8. She walks up on St. Andrews. wingman. She can't hurt, she don't mean no harm, she just don't know what else to do about it.
All right, so that is Jane Says by Jane's Addiction. Now, depending on which place you look on Wikipedia, this song could have been 87 or 88, but it was Jane's Addiction's first hit. Now, you know, the songs that they're famous from the album Ritual, The Habitual, that album, that came out 2 years later. So they were riding off on this and, you know, again, playing it in concert. You basically hear Dave Navarro playing the guitar, you know, somebody playing drums a little bit, but you hear, you know, tambourines as well. And then you hear that bass and Perry Farrell's voice. That drives this song, which means that, you know, a lot of it just relies upon the mood of the song. Now, it does, in the song, it says that she she was selling her body for sex, and Jane says no, she never did that. But if you're doing drugs at that time, there's, depending on, you know, your mentality, there's a lot of things you'll do to get that drugs. And, you know, it does say, because it's always talking about her going to Spain, it does say that she cleaned herself up somewhere like 8 years later or something to that effect, and she actually got to go to Spain after that. So that's kind of cool. You got to reward yourself after you've gotten to a milestone of being clean and sober. And I know exactly what that's like. So I can feel her. So if you are still here, I thank you very much for staying tuned. I really do appreciate it. First and foremost, I want you guys to like the videos as much as I like making them for you. After that, all you need to do to help me out with the channel is to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Peace.